Have you ever heard the stories of the Burbank butt sniffer? I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. The Burbank butt sniffer is a menace who's been on the prowl for a long time now, but rose to infamy about 2 years ago in the public eye with a TikTok video that captured him in the act at a Barnes & Noble's on a serial sniffing spree.
Staring at me. It felt like anywhere I moved, he kept following. I couldn't tell if I was being paranoid or if he was just reading a book and he just happened to be in that little corner. Anyways, I recorded just in case he was trying to say anything or do anything to me. But I definitely didn't expect him to do this. Like, what the actual fuck? And the whole time I'm thinking I'm fine because he hasn't said anything or touched me or anything. But then you notice that he goes over and does the same thing to this girl. And he'll crouch down low and pretend like he's doing something and then smell? I don't know. What are you doing? I was so freaked out.
His voice when she asks him what he's doing, where it's like trembling and panting almost. My shoe. Like that right there is haunting. He literally sounds demented and evil. Like some kind of conniving creep from a cartoon. He sounds like a villain from a CW production, but he's not make-believe. This is a real sex offender. So in this video, you can see him sniff her rear end and then go to another woman in another aisle doing a similar thing where he's like on the ground, tinkering with some books, but then he like sneaks a smell in. He's basically treating Barnes & Noble's like an all-you-can-eat buffet of whiffing tookuses, and he got caught here. He got arrested. He's actually been arrested multiple times. He is a sex offender, but it feels like they just don't really take his crimes all that seriously because this guy gets caught and released more often than a bass in a lake. Like, you can find articles and even videos of this guy doing this shit for years. Like, here's another one from quite a while ago, also prowling the local bookstore.
Hey, are you following me?
No. My bad.
Yeah.
In this clip, you can even see he had hair. Kind of like how One Punch Man trained so hard he went bald. This guy sniffed so much ass he went bald. He does not stop. He is a maniac on the loose. And he continues to just get set free to keep repeating this over and over and over again. You can find almost countless reports of him going to multiple different locations, just huffing as much fumes as he can from strangers' keisters. It's so fucking weird that the authorities just let him out so willy-nilly. And surprise, surprise, the reason I'm talking about it again today is he has just been arrested again for doing the same thing, this time in a Nordstrom. Before showing you his newest degeneracy, I'd like to make a brief mention that today is Forge Day. So Starforge is doing its biggest sale of the year where you can get up to $1,000 off PCs. So click the link in the description below to get yourself a Starforge PC.
And previously captured on a TikTok video lurking too close for comfort near unsuspecting women has been caught on camera again committing a similar act. The suspect has been arrested, this time for following women inside a Nordstrom rack in Burbank.
Real quick, I've got to just make a mention of something here. Take a close look at his mugshot. Anything look out of the ordinary here? His fucking ears. What is going on with those puppies there? He's got Shrek ears. His ears look like Fred Burger's nose. Man glued 2 bugles to the side of his head and thought people wouldn't notice. Like, what in tarnation?
Micah, it's almost too creepy to talk about, right? A man sniffing women inside local stores. I talked to Burbank police about it tonight, and they told me they consider him absolutely dangerous.
So dangerous that they keep letting him out with just a slap on the wrist. Yeah, it really seems like they take his threat very seriously. He is dangerous. This guy is a sex offender who is preying on his victims, and the authorities keep letting him out to repeat that cycle over and over and over again. They're not doing a whole lot to protect people from this guy that they consider to be very dangerous.
38-year-old Khalees Crowder of Glendale was arrested, but now it appears he's been at it again, this time preying on women in the Nordstrom rack in the Empire Shopping Center.
Wandered into the women's section of the store. There's a
a solo female and a female standing there alone shopping, and he's did the same kind of behavior that we'd seen in the past. Get close to the female, crouch down, pretend as if he was looking at items or, searching for something, and unfortunately conducted in some lewd behavior.
The officer describes his MO. It's the exact same tactics that he's used at so many other locations in the past. He apparently crouched down, fiddles with some items to make it seem like he's looking for products, but what he's actually doing is just getting into optimal olfactory position, crouching near a woman, so that way he can stick his nose near her rear end and take a huff before leaving. It's concerning that the authorities don't, actually punish him for a meaningful duration. They just let him out so willy-nilly. I don't know if the authorities just expect the women to plan for this as some kind of everyday occurrence, like, listen ladies, Burbank butt sniffer's back on the loose. He was in jail for the last 3 days, but our hands are tied, so he's out there, so maybe don't wipe your ass this morning. Go ahead and let it crust, because if you're at a store, there's a chance he's there, and maybe you'll scare him straight with a pungent stench. You gotta take matters into your own hands, because we're not doing anything.
Within minutes, Burbank police caught up with the suspect in a nearby Walmart. Crowder has a long history of peeping, prowling, and burglary. He's a registered sex offender and was on parole. Tonight, he's locked up again, being held on $100,000 bail.
He's all over Burbank, Glendale, who knows where else.
We talked with women at the Empire Shopping Center tonight who say Crowder should not be on the streets.
It's ridiculous, and it's such a violation of privacy and space, and I can't believe that they let him out. He needs to stay in there.
I think she's right. I think it's very clear that if this guy is not in jail, he is nose deep in strangers' asses. And not only that, he has a long history of other things as well, as mentioned in the report. He is just a career criminal. It is absurd that they keep letting him out so fucking frequently, and then they always have to go arrest him again because he is preying on more victims. Come on, it's absurd. In 2023, he was arrested on suspicion of peeping and prowling at a Glendale home where children were present, and had previously served time in a state prison on burglary and robbery charges, being sentenced in February 2023 to a year in jail for indecent exposure in Santa Clarita. However, he was released early anyway.
Witter feels he never should have gotten the chance to victimize anyone else. Court documents show he was out on parole with a history of convictions for lewd conduct dating back to 2021.
It's crazy to think that someone like this, who's constantly stalking and violating these people, is allowed to be out and about.
We took those concerns to police, asking why he wasn't behind bars.
Yeah, obviously it's frustrating, but we can do what we need to do.
That's really all he had to say when asked about that. We do what we need to do, which I find to be a bit of a peculiar response. Not really. You're not really doing what you need to do, which is protecting people from this guy, which you've had the ability to do by actually punishing him accordingly instead of letting him out early. Which seems to be a common occurrence. You're not really doing what you need to do. And the victims are all kind of saying the same thing. Why the fuck does he keep getting let out on parole and, just getting let out early to go victimize more people? It's pretty ridiculous. I think they're right. It is ridiculous. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. See ya.